It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And up next is this team's sure-handed wide receiver. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth and touchdown receptions. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one on
We've all
Monday
waited long
night.
enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely.
Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rockies tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Get some space around midfield. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 49-yard line.
And he could have a free play here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. They'll throw on first. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jukes one defender, and they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're gonna have 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got a man in motion. They'll try and punch it in. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
So that flag is declined, and now that's going to force this offense into a 4th and goal decision. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense running back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Markers reset, ball at the 37. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They've got a first to begin the frame. Setting up a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. They're set up at the 35 now. Man in motion out of the slot. Play action on 1st down. Completed to Sutton. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He'll throw it. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down. Pass play coming here. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Pass is hauled in by the running back.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Slot man motioned over. Running it after the penalty. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up third and very long. Here's a throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Another drive coming up for this offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They send the tight end in motion. To the air now on first and 10. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. He'll look to throw. Complete out to the right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. They'll try and throw it here. Got a man. Spears has it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So now here's third and 5.
Now third and 5.
Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll throw to begin this drive. It is caught left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards. That's going to bring up third and 8. They bring their tight end left. They'll throw on third and long. Cut by Sutton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down, ball at the 36. Now a give on the counter. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun here. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. A give now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And they'll have first down. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense headed back to the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. 1st and 10 from the 41. They're throwing it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From midfield on 2nd down. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. From midfield now. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it's going to be 4th and short. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And this one doesn't go far. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Back to throw. Finds a man right side. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. We're at halftime here on Monday night, as we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, this one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
2nd and 8. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing off the play fake here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a first down. Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Motion man sent left. 2nd and 6 now. Looking slant route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw on first. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
Running this one left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 3 on that gain. And they're going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. One of the tight ends motioning right. The handoff on 3rd and short. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Motioning the tight end now. Going to the ground again on first. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Brought in right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. Completes this one to Baker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Right up the gut. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! These guys grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take a 4-point lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut out left. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Hauled in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. Hits him on the out route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Give now to the running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. They have the ball and could use an early score. They trail to start the 4th. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets to space right side. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Dropping back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown! He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys push their lead to 3. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense getting all set for this series. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. It's a new set of downs for them at the 32. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. It is cut left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 1. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now they have 3rd and short. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, it sure looked like defense had done enough to hold them on that play. Credit that first down to a good initial effort and second effort to keep fighting to go get that extra yard needed.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Past midfield at the 45. And he's down all the way to the 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They're now set for 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a toss headed right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They'll run here on 1st down. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 36. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 32. That one's complete, right side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Number 0.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Result is a first down.
Back to throw now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw left side, complete.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Pass play on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out, that's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You gotta think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. To throw it on 1st down. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
This offense making its way back out now. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Here he is to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The kick is good. He got it. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.